Warning, some viewers may find the following footage deeply disturbing. For more awesome content, like and subscribe now. Lock and load, bitches.
That's like a disclaimer for my show now. I should have to play that in front of all of them for all these people that get their feelings hurt, that all the things.
There's people who are getting their feelings hurt by this show.
I know, right?
I mean, we're the most gentle, easygoing, guys out there.
I truly don't care. That's an awesome thing. Good morning. So Adam's in here. Mr. Jarvis, talked to you yesterday. Good talking to you. Vintage Memories, Hank. Good morning. Yeah, it's. I don't even have. Other than welcome to the fourth quarter, there's the whole show right there.
Oh, it is the fourth quarter, ain't it?
Yep. So if you need your eBay supplies, Phil, I feel your pain, dude. Holy shit. You are alive. I'm like, did that motherfucker kick the bucket or what? And then I read his little note how he chickened out on live shows this week. That's terrible. I'm so ashamed of you. I'm so ashamed of you, Primo. That's terrible.
Oh, Primo. I see.
Okay.
I'm still wondering about whether Lag is alive or not. We haven't heard from him.
I have not yet. Vintage Lag's been around. Okay, so Primo. Not that I care because I don't have any feelings, but do you want me to tell you something it'll make you laugh, but it's probably going to get you killed if you laugh at it? All right, so here it goes. When I saw the little thing, the little picture you made to put up there to tell it in your comment section to tell everybody that you weren't gonna, y'all were focusing on books and really getting ready for the fourth quarter, and we'll see you next week. I looked at that picture, I thought, why did Primo put a picture of himself with James up there? Then I had to put my glasses on. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Bridget. Sorry, Bridget. That'll get you fired up for tomorrow there, James. So make sure you check out the podcast. If you want to see Primo this week, that's the only place you're going to see him. Even John didn't show up for work on Monday night, or at least couldn't find him. That's terrible. Wednesday morning rolls on though, whether I have a topic or not. So
I'm here whether you like it or not.
Damn it. Best compliment ever. So air pillow machine. Amazon actually did something good for a change. My air pillow machine died. The mini packer is throwing a code. Sometimes you throw gang signs and that kind of stuff. Throwing codes is not a good thing for machines. It says the heating element is dead, and you have to send it in for service. And I've already done that once with this machine. This machine is expensive. Last Halloween, she dressed up as James. Nice. But you just put a little thing on your shirt said that you've been on eBay for 23 years. Yeah, that's what I would have done. So I've done it, but it's a $1,600 machine and I'm like, I need this. I need something to make pillows now because that's my main packing material right now. And so I went on Amazon and bought a freaking site stripe. Get link. And so if anybody's interested in what I bought, there's the Amazon link. I bought the air cushion machine. It's just black and green because it's one that still does vertical like my mini packer. And
it looks a lot like my handy Andy.
Because the other ones, 150 was the service of the last one. So I'm like, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'll have 2 air pillow machines and pay another 100. And this thing, I ordered it Monday. Amazon said Wednesday. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll struggle through Tuesday. That sucker was here yesterday. Amazon was early. When's the last time you had Amazon Prime show up early? Holy cow! All right, Glenn. Safe travels to your to the motorcycle shop. And a simple machine to use. It is faster than the mini packer. I don't know why it says it's a 4-pack day. That's what I think.
It's a 4-pack. If you go to the last, it's the
Yeah,
the film.
it's the film, but yeah, that's an error in the setup of the. So I ordered film from. I'll give you a link for it too, in case you didn't need a machine, but you need film. Uh, that's the film I ordered. Oops, did it come through? That's the
That is
film.
It's almost identical to my Handy Andy. My Handy Andy is a little bit. The heating element's a little lower.
It's faster than the mini packer.
Set up the same
and easy. I mean, when it comes in, all you have to do is screw the long arm piece that holds the longer. I don't think it does air pillows. This is for air cushions and air quilts because it's made to do the bigger
air pillows.
You think it does?
Yeah, because it looks identical to a Handy Andy, which that's all I run out of it. I bet you it does.
I'll be real fucking gentle.
Handy Andy is just an air pillow machine.
So Handy Andy is way more expensive. These,
yeah.
So if you use a lot of that film is 985 feet, so it's longer than what you would. The bubble wrap I buy is 700 feet for $28.99, so it's a comparable cost, maybe a touch more. But this stuff lasts longer because it blows up bigger than it's bigger than the medium size, the larger air pillows.
No, I know that lag.
I like this for bigger items. Yeah, that happens, lag. Who's the printer that made a lot of money doing that? And
so basically, Handy Andy's charging double for the same machine. And it's not the same exact machine, but I bet you it's the same manufacturer.
I'd be willing to bet money because you can find this. So when I picked this one, you could find it identical pictures and everything for up to $250. I'm like, why would I pay more for the exact same machine? It's pretty decent ratings of 4.4.
I know I shouldn't do it, but I bought something on Temu the other day. Most people have it for like $27. Well, there was a seller selling it for $15. Who am I going to buy it from? I'm going to buy it from the guy selling it for $15.
Ron, Tom has not had the baby yet. He is still waiting for it to drop down. The gestation period on that's another 2 or 3 years. So
Oliver is doing great. He's got all of his fingers and toes and bits and bobs, and he is as Roberta just said, he's the most beautiful baby in the world.
And they went home yesterday.
They had him on the 5th, and they're at home. We went over there and stayed with him while they got some sleep. I didn't know being a grandparent was so hard.
Hard.
It is. We've been at the hospital just about all day long since the 3rd.
Is this your first grandbaby?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, that's why it's hard.
He is spoiled.
It gets
already.
easier. You're having another baby? All right, let me know when it's out. That's what happens when you have 5 or so.
How many do you have?
My daughter has 3. My son has 2 and 1 on the way. Or 1 and 2. 1 on the way.
Okay. So. How about you, Scott?
Right.
Yeah, yours is like my oldest one. But he's doing good. Mom's doing good, too. She ended up having to have a C-section because he was 8 pounds, 13 ounces. And so everybody's doing good. Dad's losing his mind because he doesn't know what to do. Well, he's got a pretty good grip on it, but he still gets flustered. I changed Oliver's diaper yesterday for the first time, and he was not happy at all.
I wouldn't have been either if you were touching me. But
I tell you what, he's just precious, as Anissa says, and I'm just so happy.
So there's some equipment you can live without, and a air pillow machine you can live without an air pillow machine. It does make your life easier to be able to and not be at the oh my god I run out of whatever. As long as you don't run out of film, which is I generally have two or three different kinds of film, and so it's harder to run out. I have the super tubes, the air cushions, and so I bought the Handy Andy film. There is no difference. You buy the cheaper film; it's better. You can get three. You can get three of those for the price of Handy Andy's film. Handy
Which
Andy's film.
Handy Andy used to be the cheapest.
He's
At one
directed
time.
it towards mini packers, and because it needs that little. So the
Yeah.
mini packers, there's some machines that need the little. There's a little circuit in there that tells it what it is, and the set does the settings for the machine. That's probably the reason why the mini packer is so much more expensive. It has more technology in it, and they were first, I guess. But
Well, they're
you
like
don't
the
need
dymo of
the
the
cheap.
dymo of air packers. They have to have you got to run that certain type of film with a
The
coat
cheap
in it and
film
all that kind of
has the
shit.
same circuit in it, so. Uh, so everybody's talking about they look like this, they look like that. Remember, that is a business model on Amazon. For those of you who fallen sucker to Rollo, Rollo is just a Chinese printer. They slap their name on.
It does
Uh,
good though.
yeah, but you pay 3 and 4 times for more than what it's worth.
I
What
didn't
it
pay
would
hardly
rate.
anything for mine, so I must have been on the very on the cutting edge. Um,
I doubt
It's
it.
the first time for everything.
so it's really not the machine; it's more the film. Is where your expenses get to in these
Yeah,
bubble
but
machines.
$1,000, yeah, $150 machine and film's $35.
Yeah,
But the film, I mean, I only film lasts a good bit. Well, not now. I'm using a bunch of it right now to put out the craziness because it's a heavier product that I want cushioning in because it does
right,
way better than paper.
right,
But you can get different sizes. I found that when you've got stuff that needs to be in bigger, you want stuff that's in a box with the full 2 inches around it.
right.
The air cushion, those air cushion things do better at taking up the space and providing void fill and cushioning better than the paper does.
Right.
And so I try to use it whenever possible.
Like I think your basement is like the lab in the TV show Eureka. Um, was somebody getting in? I came in late to the conversation. Is somebody looking at machines, or y'all just talking about the?
Mine died, so I ended up buying one of the Amazon.
I'd be interested in the longevity of the new machine.
Well, it
Will it
come it
match the
come with
longevity of your
extra.
other one?
It come with extra belts and extra blades with it. So
I have had mine for, well, I got it. Shit. When did I get that machine? It's been a long time. It's
been a
before
while.
even COVID, I think. And I have never had to tinker with it, not even once. And it's basically the same thing. So,
It's called.
but I did get the extra blades and stuff.
It's called Eureka, and it's on Hulu. Not Hulu. Amazon Prime.
I've heard of it, but never watched it.
Hey, Mike, I hope you're feeling better, man. Did they take the stone out for you? Mike's the one with a hernia and kidney stones at the same time.
Oh
Oh,
God.
that would suck.
Yeah.
I'm
It
sure.
would. Scott, have you ever seen it?
What Eureka? No, I've heard of it. I've never seen
Okay,
it.
well, you need to watch it because with your conspiracy theories, this
Right.
show would go right up your line because little things that say that they asked like about global warming. She said, "Oh, that was an accident."
Have they have they have they gotten to Israel killed Charlie Kirk yet?
No, no,
Okay.
no, no. This
No.
this ended way
Yeah.
before that. Anyway, you ought to watch it just because of the little things like that they talk about because a lot of it aligns with your way of thinking. But anyway, so you got your new machine yet?
Yeah. Amazon. I ordered on Monday on Amazon. They delivered it Tuesday, a
Dang.
day early. So it's real nice. I started using it yesterday. It does really nice. Very impressed with. It's a heavy duty. It's a heavy machine. It's fast. Some of the ones that hold the rolls vertical, some of the complaints were how slow those machines were. And if you look at them, they say they do like 7 feet in a minute. I'm like, wait a
I
minute,
didn't
seven
know that
feet in a minute.
much.
That's god awful slow. But this one, is faster than the mini packer. It's just spitting out.
How wide a bubble? I mean, how wide does it go?
It depends on your sheet. What depends on the film you put in it. I've got the 10x12s in it right now.
So it's not coming off a roll; it comes off of sheets.
I mean, it's rolls. It's
Okay.
in a roll, but each they're perforated. They're perforated in
Oh.
10x12.
Oh, okay. Okay. And thanks for all the well wishes and good mornings and all that kind of stuff in the chat.
He didn't do anything. He was just there.
Oh, we sat and we sat and we sat, but the waiting was worth it.
Dave, it's a good one, Dave. I wouldn't tell you any story. Well, I would tell you a story, but not a lie.
If I ever need one, I'll go get another one, but I don't need one, so I'll even use your link.
I'm not here to sell you something. I'm not here to pull the rug out from under you. If you want that, there are plenty of other reselling channels that'll take your money and laugh at you while they take your money. So
you should do a review on that one on YouTube there.
I need to put because you can submit videos for products. I need to do that.
Be a good one to do.
We'll do it once and put it on both places.
Yeah,
I don't know what I was expecting, but I mean nice machine. And even the instructions, sometimes when you order a Chinese brand, sometimes you get, they struggle with English with the instructions. The instructions were pretty clear. Didn't have no issues. I mean, the only thing you've got to do is it tells you align the screw with this and put an Allen wrench in it. It's basically because the wheel spins and you need to screw it in. But I guess that was their main issue.
Mm-hmm.
So now they send an Allen wrench to do it because the Allen wrench also, one of the feet has to be, they extend the foot out and then you Allen wrench it in place. But so it comes now with the Allen wrench in the holes. I mean, that must have been their biggest problem. And so I felt kind of confident. If you got a problem like that, why would you? They just we'll just tape one in there. We'll just put it where it's, because basically it just the arm that holds the film spins over a tube,
right?
And you've got to lock it so you can screw it in place. It's hey, White Tree Sales. Good morning.
So this is a table. It sits on a tabletop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about the machine itself's about.
Mine sits right there.
Yeah, it's very similar to that one there. Except it's dark gray.
Looks like it's about the size of a 1997 HP laser printer back there.
No, it's really small. It's skinny.
It ain't that big.
It's not that big.
No, it's not big.
Because
the roll is big. The roll of film is bigger than wider than the machine.
Right. So the one thing I would tell you guys is, hey, to look at your business through the fourth quarter, and if you've got a little, it's a decent time when you got some extra money and trying to figure out what to do with it. If it's buy inventory, some people might decide reinvestment in like an air pillow machine or a better printer or a few things. So it's a good time to look at these things and what can they do for your. How does it benefit you? The cost, does it benefit you? Does it speed you? I'm telling you, the air pillow machine speeds up my packing tremendously on big items. I wouldn't go without it. I still use, for small items, I still use small bubble wrap just because when you've got that big, even one sheet of the air cushion won't fit in a 864 box. But the bubble wrap will. So it won't end your need for bubble wrap, but it'll significantly cut into.
Can you generate your own bubble wrap if you need to?
There is some bubble wrap film. I've never used it, Tom.
Okay. I was just wondering, it's 10 o'clock at night and everything's closed and you're trying to get finished packing, and
if you've got the film, there is bubble wrap film. Like, have you ever used the bubble wrap film? I just
When
ordered
I
a
bought mine, they said you could make your own bubble wrap, super tubes, air cushion pillows, and anything that is that certain width wide or less. I just do 4x6
Hold
pillows now.
the buggy for just a second. Did Scott just ask Lag his opinion on something?
Well, Leg's got 6 machines. He said.
He said he had
He said
he said he's
3.
got 30 machines.
Yeah. People tend to not listen to what Lag says.
Every once in a while, he has a
He'll
nugget.
throw in a nugget of information every now and then.
Yeah. We love you, Lag.
Speak for
Hey,
yourself.
Pedalo Prophets, good morning. Yeah, it's a time whenever you balance everything out by how does it affect? How does it? He said get the 18-inch wide. He said he uses it mostly for bubble wrap. So
Is it cheaper to buy the bubble wrap already rolled than buying the film and then having to produce it, or
the air cushion sheets
right,
are almost 1,000 feet for $35,
right,
and it's 700 feet of bubble wrap for 29. So I mean, it's not a significant difference one way
right,
or the other. But the big thing is, you've got it available. You, you don't have to, because not everybody has the. I mean, the building looks like hell, but the storage on the wall over there, the big things that hold the bubble wrap. I can hold 4 rolls at a time over there on the holder. Not everybody has that kind of space.
right.
So if you need something that prints on demand or prints where a little bit.
Well, like I
Mine,
said,
mine's stuck in the car.
if you it's late at night or early in the morning and you run out of bubble wrap, and so if you have the stock, you can generate your own bubble wrap with it.
Right.
Cool.
So I screwed up again at the auction.
Oh,
So last night we were doing wing night. I had a good time with everyone. It was, I think there were 5 of us, and I'm like, I have not. Harlan asked me, how's your Van Massey doing?" And I'm like, I don't know. I hadn't looked at it yet. Normally on their the auction website, you can save as favorite, log in and save as favorite. So that's generally what I do. I'll look through if there's anything I like, I'll save it as a favorite, and then I'll put all my stuff as favorite, so I can look at my items, with the just hitting one link. Um, so I'm looking through. I'm like, wait a minute. There's a fucking tape gun laying on my table. I left my damn tape gun up there again, and damn if he ain't sold it again.
So you got to buy another one.
good thing they're cheap.
I just put a new roll of 2-inch tape on it. So this time, at least, it wasn't one of my big 3-inch guns. It was a 2-inch. But I was using it because I put the labels on some things, and so I
Right.
needed some tape for some, like, 6 things. Damn if I didn't lay that damn thing down. It's got an $8 bid on it.
So if you bid 9, maybe you'll get it back.
Harlan's like, I knew something crazy had happened. I'm sitting there at the table, not talking, just marking my items. And I get to it, I'm like, damn it. And Harlan looks at me, he goes, what'd you do now? I'm like, I just turned the tape gun around. He just bust out laughing.
What did you do now? Harlan's your other brother, isn't he? He knows you too well.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Yeah, I'll show you.
Well, there you go. Now you know tape guns sell well at your auction. Keep finding them. Put a nice little roll of Walmart tape on them, and
It's up to $8. Somebody's paying $8 for that thing.
there you go. There's a whole new business model.
Get Scott Condon to sell me some. Hey, Condon, you still got a bunch of tape guns?
When you say if you leave it on the table, they sell it. They mean it.
They sell it. They absolutely do. It's amazing the stuff that sells through there. I mean, I have left my phone lag once, but when you start when you play your music through your phone or listen through your phone, you realize very quickly you don't have it. Yeah, mine's starting to go bad. I'm gonna have to buy another scale. I seem to get about 2.5 years out, and now mine's got the uh, what was that song from the? It's got the hippie hippie shakes. Uh,
You got the Acutech.
yeah, the cord goes
Try a
bad.
new phone. Try a new cord. Remember, we could use the old phone cords. Some of them.
Some of them, not all of them. And I don't. Did we ever figure out what made the cord worth it?
I don't know. I have one that worked, and I have several that didn't. So
Is this like the big one that you can do like 20 pounds on or whatnot?
No, there's not. That scale's fine. It's
Uh,
just this is my little one.
uh,
I have a giant scale that I never use. I got it because I was doing a lot of Amazon, and you can put a big box on that damn thing, and it's sat on top of that shelving unit over there for
Oh,
3 or
so
4 years.
Amazon Basics is Amazon Basics has got one for $19.99. Only problem is it doesn't. It's not separate.
I've always liked my little Acutechs. Now they do have their issues over time, but it's so cheap to replace them.
guys,
Yeah,
And yes,
I think
Acutech
I
will do
think
over 100 pounds.
I think Scott and Jake and Steve and all these other Amazon resellers have been lying to us about it being such a hassle now, and they're cutting everybody loose. Because I got 3 messages this morning
Oh,
saying, "Let us show you how to make $10 million a year in 2026." And
not.
Good luck with that.
This is
Good luck with that, Tom.
so.
if I was
You
going
can't
to
even sell used toys anymore
if I was
on
going to get
Amazon.
heavy into
Yeah.
Amazon, I would, before I pay them to coach, I would pay Scott to coach.
You Advantage members, you beat me to it. There's the link to it. The AccuCheck is on a big prime deal for $20.80.
I watched Thrift School a couple weeks ago or a week ago. He has till November to sell out all his used games and toys because unless you can't sell used on Amazon anymore in that category. It's crazy what they're doing. But
Well, you never. So here's the problem, and I'm going to get in trouble with this, and some people are not going to like this. There's 64 people watching. They thank you so much. Thrift school. Sorry, buddy. You shouldn't be breaking the goddamn rules. Go read the rules before all this happened. What does it say?
he's selling them as collectible.
It says you are not allowed to sell used toys on Amazon, but we have a collectible because some things are, some things retire. Like if I've got a Lego set from the 90s still in the box, that is a collectible set. That is a collectible. But just because you've got a Barbie doll from last week that your kid wiped his ass with, and you go, this thing is in collectible.
Well, I started something, didn't I?
It's not collectible. Quit breaking
They
the
had,
rules.
but they had used category too.
No, they
didn't
did not. It was collectible only.
When did that change? Because I know
It's
it used to be.
It's always been that way. You've never been able to say used toys on Amazon. It's been collectible, and I have never sold them on there because there is a difference between collectible. I mean, they've abused that category, and it finally took. I'm surprised it lasted this long.
I guess you're right. I never looked. I never sold used anything on Amazon.
I'm not wrong on this one, folks. I'm not wrong on this one. I don't feel sorry for you because you built a business model on something that's against policy, and then you want my sympathies for it. Sorry, you don't get it.
What is considered collectible?
That was the question. Nobody knew. There was nothing that said what was collectible, and so everybody
Nothing anymore.
started putting all used because you can go read through there. You'll find toys. It'll say it's missing this, it's missing that, which is against Amazon policy. It is absolutely insane the stupidity which collectible toys has become, and they needed to get rid of it.
eBay will not stop with used
Because
toys.
a 1963 Barbie is collectible, but
Yes,
the Star Wars character from the McDonald's Happy Meals from last year, those are really collectible. So
I think
they're gonna have to do something or do away with the collectible category.
I can't imagine eBay doing away with used toys. That would be
So,
silly.
like, I think you're wrong on this one. It wasn't liability. It was because, and it was one of those categories that's hard to control. I bet they looked at it and thought and ran the numbers, and there's way more returns on that because of customer dissatisfaction. I'll be willing to bet money it's dissatisfaction versus
Yeah, because when you're selling collectibles to somebody, they usually know what they're buying. They're on
Yeah.
top of what they're
yep.
they're acquiring, and if it's just not so and so, they're going to send it back.
I'm ordering my Accutane scale. Sorry,
Well, it's good though that they're cracking down on that if that's an abused system.
it's 100% abused.
Now, you could still have sent in something new sealed as collectible. And that
Correct.
would have been probably okay.
It was it was $20. Uh, when will it be here?
I
Tomorrow. Buy it now. All right. You saved me $5, vintage memory. So thank you. It's also too. I can see what the liability would be because if it's new in the package, see Amazon wants you everything to have a consumer protection certificate or whatever that CSPC whatever that is for every toy for every item, and how do you verify that it's for a if you can't show that it's the identical item that it could be. I can see where they'd have some issues with that as well. Ping, I have not gone that far yet. I'm still using my phone.
think part of the problem is that people don't go to Amazon looking for used anyway. 90% of the time, if I'm on Amazon, I'm looking for something new. Now,
Correct.
I hear they're cracking down on the electronics as well. So, Jamie Pace, I don't know if you know who he is. He's big in like Rockstar's Facebook group, but
Oh yeah, I've heard his
lost
name.
he lost like 160 ASINs. He sells mostly used electronics. So they crack down. They're cracking down hard on stuff right now.
Yeah, I have not bought a document camera yet. I need to, but I haven't. Let's see if they've got any of those on sale here at Prime Day.
Amazon would be good to start a whole different website just for used stuff.
And
Then there wouldn't be any confusion.
They're making enough money off of the regular one to deal with that.
Yeah, I know, but
call it better than eBay. What are we going to call it?
I don't know what you'd call it. But Amazon used,
Yeah.
Amazon pre-loved, pre-owned, something like that. Man, I should work for Amazon. Get paid the big bucks.
You're such a good employee. That'd work out great for them.
I was the worst employee ever. I'm not even a good self-employee.
They could put you in charge of cardboard machines.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to go home for the day? Let's start something in. Throw a 2x4 in there. Let's go.
I never jammed up the crusher, but if Amazon's listening, I expect a cut when you make Amazon pre-owned.
Yeah, I don't think they care anything about it.
I'll sue.
No, Big Dre, you're 100% correct. There are. So when we were in Tennessee, we went to a couple of flea markets, and the permanent booths. There were some guys in there that had some really collectibles. Maybe the car, and that's what it was designed for. Maybe the cardboard's a little off. Maybe it was, but it was something that was. It's not just a run of the mill toy, and it was
How'd you do that, Jake? How'd you get that to redirect like that?
What's it redirect to?
Amazon.
I don't know. Them sneaky almonds. You got to watch them.
Oh, that's what Bezos originally wanted to call Amazon. Okay.
What's that?
Yeah, Amazon's a better relentless. Amazon's a better name for what he was doing. So that's why it redirects. It's Bezos probably owns it.
Jacob, you could have told him that you figured it out with AI real quick and had them put a thing in there.
Well, no, I mean, there are tricks like that. That's what I was asking because it's neat. It's not hard to redirect a URL if you own it. I don't know if you don't own it though.
So I messed with the my buddy Tracy. If you're watching, Tracy, what up? From work today. We stopped by the thrift store, even though I didn't need to buy anything. Somebody had donated a bunch of CDs, so I bought 36 of them. But I get to the counter and she looks at me and she says, "That was somebody I'd never seen before." She said, "Because I'm trying to limit myself. I've got so much stuff. I'm trying not to buy anything." And she says, "Are you eligible for the senior discount?" And I looked at her. I'm like, "It's 45 or older, right?" And she said, "No, 55." I'm like, "All right, I'm eligible then." She's like, "Which one is it?" I'm like, "I'm eligible. I'm 56." And she looked at me. She goes, "Are you sure?" I'm like, I showed her my license. She's like, "So you were just lying to me the first time?" I'm like, "No, I asked you a question. Was it 45? I never said I was 45."
She needs to have her eyes checked.
Uh,
You know, if I go into, I guess I just look my age. I go in there and she says, "I'm giving you the senior discount." Okay,
yeah, you look 100, so there you go.
I do. I feel 100 today.
It depends on the age of the person who's behind the counter. Depends on whether I get the discount or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I won't
Yeah,
lie about it though.
yeah,
Sitting and doing nothing will kill you.
I do feel better. So last week I went back on keto because man, all the aches and pains that sugar is the devil. Why have I let that back into my life for so long again? So we're out on sugar again, and it's amazing. In 3 days, inflammation starts going down. You start feeling better. It's crazy. Oh,
Everything's got sugar in it though.
What were you eating so much sugar in?
Everything has got sugar.
Johnny eats like a child. You should see all this. You should see all the snacks and stuff in there. Last night at 11 o'clock, she's like, I hadn't had my nighttime snack. I'm like, what do you need a snack to go to bed for? And she reaches into her nightstand and pulls out a freaking Rice Krispie treat. uh, yeah, it's terrible. And little, she keeps little Debbie in business, by the way. Uh, that's some good marketing there. Little Debbie, and you eat all that sugar and you become Big Debbie. What the hell?
I am
So
Big Daddy.
I used to like Little Debbie stuff, but I don't eat a lot of sugar anymore. Any sugary treats.
I'm not either, but every once in a while I want a piece of chocolate cake. Is it because of the cocoa, or is it because of the sugar?
all right, you old people that are watching Senior Day at Walgreens.
I don't quite reach
That was
55 yet.
yesterday. We missed it. Damn it. Yeah, I don't mind eating early. We eat early because we're older, but Johnny insists on that we eat like at 5:15.
That's not early.
That's not. That's normal.
Yeah, that's normal people.
Except for
suffer
the
that.
young people, because I'll fix dinner around 4 o'clock or 3:30, 4 o'clock. Start fixing dinner. So Sasha will
3:30 is
say,
early.
I said, start fixing dinner. Um, he'll say, it's too early to eat, and I'm like, what time do you want to eat at? He said, oh, I don't know, 7 o'clock is good.
Correct.
7 o'clock's too late.
He's getting ready to change jobs, so
Even as a kid, my mom made supper around 5. It was always around 5.
yeah. My dad usually got home about 5:30, and we
Yeah,
always had dinner when he came.
my stepdad got home at say 4, and around to give him enough time to relax, and then 5 o'clock we'd eat.
And then that was it. If there was dessert, there was dessert. There was none of this eating all freaking night, messing up dishes.
Well, we didn't
So,
have snacks in the house.
Mike says salt is even hard to cut out the sugar.
You know
Interesting.
that wasn't really hard because actually when Roberta was diagnosed with having to have a liver transplant, the first doctor she saw said you want to cut out all the salt that you can. And so I was looking at everything. There was no salt going into anything we were eating. And then when she met with the transplant doctor and we were talking about it, he said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Who told you that? And we told him, he said, you've got to have a little bit of salt every day. Because
Yeah,
I
and
was,
you need to cut out table
Same
salt.
with
Table
yeah.
salt is the killer. If you switch what you use
carbs. You gotta have some carbs.
to other things. Yeah, I have a few carbs here and there, but not enough to kick
You
me out of
have to have
comparison.
some.
How much is not enough, Scott?
Try to stay below 20 grams.
20 grams of carbs.
I know,
Okay.
because when Marcia was on that one diet, you saw how much weight she lost. It got a little scary, the amount she lost. She wouldn't intake any carbs, and it wasn't good. So
Well, any of those diets, you're not supposed to stay on them forever. You're supposed to stay on them for a while, then come off of them a little while, and then go back on them.
Because if you read a lot of these researchers, they will tell you that most people in their body are salt deficient,
Yeah.
and the answer is not table salt. The table salt is the killer. It's you need to it needs to be real salt. Baja Gold link in the chat. I have
I
not.
do.
We haven't ordered Baja Gold yet, but I will. I'll find it.
What is Bajo Gold?
It's supposed to be. It's one of the top.
My wife takes Himalayan sea salt.
It is mineral. Baja Gold is mineral salt.
Okay.
That sea salt helps her. She like when she stands up, she gets dizzy and things like that. And once she started using that, it helped her with that. So she keeps a little container of that everywhere she goes.
Bajo Gold that sounds like it's sold at Whole Foods and those kind of places.
It would be. Yeah.
But that's Jake.
There's only one store she can find the sea salt she likes, and I'm not going to mention it on here because we have to. When we go to North Carolina, we're going to go find some. Then I'll tell you.
All right. There you go.
Well, Steve, if you want to send me a link, or send me a name, when I'm out and about,
Yeah.
I'll look for it.
It's a grocery store in your locality.
Okay.
We use the Celtic salt, and the sea salt.
That's it. The Celtic. That's it.
Baja Gold. Scott, you're all right. It does sound like a weak strain.
It's Ingles, Tom.
Okay. We don't have any
the
Ingles down here.
Somebody
Somebody
needs to come up with some salt and call it Master Kush or something to salt.
Morganton has one.
Yeah. Old Fort has one.
We can't find the Celtic.
Or Marion.
Old Fort. Yeah. We can't find the Celtic sea salt here, so when we go down there, she buys a bunch of it.
You can get it off of Amazon?
I don't think she can. Not the one she wants.
Okay.
Ingles carries it. That's
so Jacob was telling me about that the other day, that the Baja Gold was really good. I've still got 3 bags of Celtic sea salt, the blue bags. So we're still going through those.
I think it's the blue bag she gets.
They carry that at Whole Foods has that. That's where we found it, and
we don't have a Whole Foods either.
Because the Whole Foods, where it was, and people don't. What's the shelf they don't look at? Remember, we've talked about this in years past, not lately. When you are paying for these shelves, they want everything at eye level is the most expensive. Then it goes a little tops a little cheaper, the bottom shelf is the shelf that is the cheapest, and so generally is where stuff goes to die. That's where the store here in Huntsville has the salt on the bottom shelf, and they'll take the first couple. Nobody, I guess, that's a bunch of old people or people that are don't want to
Don't
get
want to bend
their
over.
knees dirty, don't want to bend over or whatever. I'll lay on the floor like a fish. I don't care, and look to get
I've
it out
been
the
known.
back of the shelf. Or you can be like Joni, and oh my god, y'all need a link to this damn thing. Oh my god.
Listen, at our Food Lion that I have shopped in for the last 30 years, they've got rid of the pallets out. Like the cases of water, they'd have them stacked out, a pallet of them stacked out in the aisle. Well, their district manager doesn't like that, so they're not doing that anymore. Everything's on the bottom shelf of the water aisle. And I told a friend of mine that's the
I say,
general manager. I'm not general manager. He's the not vegetables, not dairy, not meat. He's got everything else in the store. He
I
said that the manager says it makes it look cluttered, and I'm like, Brad, I cannot bend over and get these damn cases of water off of the floor. I'm old, and he's like, I know that. We've told him that. I said, so we'll just start ordering from Sam's. And I said, and if we're going to order from Sam's, I might as well order everything else from Sam's. He said, that's the problem. He said, with old people.
that link right there. So Joni, she has a problem bending down because of all her issues with her breaking that ankle. It still bothers her every day. All her issues with her back, and she was looking for something because Jacob drinks a certain tea, some kind of diet, something. Who knows what kind of tea she buys for him, and it's always on the bottom shelf. And she's like, every time I go to get, I can't reach the back of and that's where it is. And so she's like, she would take Jacob with her just to get it out from the back of the bottom of the shelf. And so that is a link to a freaking snake hook. She carries a little retractable snake hook. I mean, like a hook that you would hold a snake up with, in her purse, so that she can get shit off the top or the
It's a
bottom
great
shelf.
idea. Great idea.
It's absolutely, it's like $6.99. It's amazing.
When I was doing grocery delivery, I would have died for something like that.
She
That would have been great.
We'll be in the grocery store and she'll go, I'm gonna get that. You wait a minute, because I'm bringing out the hook. And she carries on about that damn snake hook. We were going somewhere the other day, and I couldn't reach something in the back of the van because everything had slid because there's no seat. She goes, "Don't
Get the
worry,
hook."
I can get it." And she's breaking out the fucking hook, trying to, like she's fishing in the damn back of the van. Oh my god!
Back to the Baja soap, Baja salt. Is it the mineral salt?
Yeah, it's the Baja Gold mineral salt. Yeah,
Okay, because there's like 4 different versions here.
you can get it in coarse or fine. It's different.
Okay. Oh yeah, here's coarse. Here fine. Here's coarse.
Yeah, there's a couple.
And then they got a really. Let's see what the hell is this. Okay, this must not be. No, that's mineral rich too. Whatever.
So the fine, we've got both of the Celtic. The fine works just like, if it replaces table salt immediately, it'll go in any of the dispensers. But I kind of like the coarse because you get more of the salt flavor with the coarse. I don't know, because it's a bigger.
Marcia uses the coarse. She just takes a pinch of it. That's it.
Yeah. There's a lot so the Baja Gold is the one that Gary Brecka recommends.
Oh, they say that in the listing.
Yeah.
And the Celtic salt, there's the dark blue black package, there's the Ford blue package, and then there's the light blue package. Which one do y'all buy?
I haven't tried the Baja Gold yet, just because we got so much Celtic.
Right. Well, that's what I'm talking about, the Celtic.
I think I've got the Celtic. I'll show you.
The Celtic at one point was a good RA item during COVID, or right around COVID. I think it was after COVID. I don't think it's a RA item now, but it was then.
Oh, and it comes in little container handshakers too.
Yeah, this is the one that comes from
that
we bought it.
Okay.
This is the course one. They call it. It's called lightly gray Celtic.
We just can't find that in my area. So when we go to North Carolina, that's when we get it.
They have it on Amazon. I was just looking at it.
Do they?
Yeah, but it's way cheaper. Whole Foods.
It must be.
When
It
you're
must
when
be
you're
cheaper
driving
at Ingles.
when you're going places, Steve, just check for Whole Foods. Whole Foods generally has it.
There's just not a Whole Foods anywhere near us, so there might be one near Cleveland. I'm sure there is. There's probably one in Menor or something.
I drink enough microplastics every day, Jacob. What difference is a few more of my salt going to take?
But they're not that expensive to buy them. When she goes to Ingles, I forget what she pays for them, but so she'll get 7 or 8 of them at a time.
Yeah, but
That
if you
lasts
have
a
trouble
long
on
time.
shelves, get you a snake hook. Especially you ladies. Like somebody like has anybody seen Miss Sue this morning? Sue, you need you a snake hook.
No, Sue needs a damn little folding ladder that's got 2 steps on it. Oh Lord! But there was a lady in the grocery store the other day. She has one of those grippers like we've got. You know, you pull the trigger on it, the end of it clamps. We've got like 5 of them here somewhere. Anyway, she was using them to grab stuff off the top shelf.
Oh yeah, Johnny's so proud of herself for that too. I'm telling you.
No, that's a good idea. I like it.
So the Celtic salt, that bag there is $7.04 at Whole Foods.
Yeah, I think she was paying less at Ingles, but I can't remember. It might be that now. She hasn't bought it in like a year.
It says
Ingles,
salt.
well, you couldn't go to the Ingles because it got flooded during the hurricane, so
Yeah.
we got to wait for it. I don't even think it's open yet. It might be open now.
It says that it's sold in Huntsville. Is near the seafood, which is on the wall.
Their big warehouse in Old Fort got flooded too. So
Yeah.
And if you wanted it says a free $9.95 2-hour delivery with Prime, but I don't think that works for us.
I'll
So it's if you can get the Whole Foods and like living on the edge with me, Jacob. I wonder, Jacob. You know, you say there's less plastics in the Baja Gold than there are in the Celtic sea salt. They're both sea salts, and the one thing I would tell you is if you look at Gary Brecka, he pushed that one before he pushed the other one. So is this just him trying to get you to buy the one he's currently saying? Who knows?
I don't think you're going to get away from microplastics.
Hey James, I talked about you earlier this morning. I thought Primo had put you on their little thumbnail. Turned out it was Bridget. You and Bridget could be long lost brother sister twins. Y'all could be, was it fraternal twins? So Frank Zappa concert tickets this morning.
Speaking of which, sold. I sold a. I found a rooster wind chime.
Wind chime, wind vane.
The vane, weather vane. I found one at a yard sale for $1, and this thing's old. So I listed on eBay for $350, and I got an offer for $200. And I took it, and those bastards ain't paid yet. So I'm waiting. I'm hoping they actually come through with it. That's
Speaking
the one
of
thing I've been looking for most of my reselling career is a weather vane. I finally found one.
James, speaking of bologna, just remember that bologna is not bologna anymore. That's a hot dog pancake. Please refer to it as hot dog pancakes from now on. Thank you.
You know, you're right.
Thank you.
Huh. I got 2 awaiting payment.
So the salts. There was have y'all seen the thing where there's some videos out there of people trying to convince you that the Himalayan salt is the salt from is the blood from giants? Have y'all seen those?
There's probably the same people are believe in the flat Earth.
Hmm. Okay, so somebody explain to me this, all you geniuses who think y'all know everything. And how if we've never been to the center of the Earth, how do they know it's got a molten core? How do they know all these things when we've only dug like so many miles? Are they just guessing? Because Tom, before you hang your head, if it gets so hot that the farther you drill, it gets hot because you get to the closer to the core, then why can you go to the Mariana Trench that is 7 miles deep and that be so damn cold you can't go down there? Why is the bottom of the ocean so cold, but yet the inside of the Earth is supposed to be that damn hot?
Because the water
If you're
cools it down.
if you're 7 miles closer, shouldn't there be a little bit of heat?
Water cools it down.
Oh, the water does not cool it down.
I bet you it does.
Can I send you the link? Yeah, that's the one. That's the air pillow machine. I just ask these questions. I don't know the answer to them. I'm just asking questions. That's why I asked y'all about.
You know the difference between the lowest point. The lowest point on Earth to the highest point on Earth is only 11 miles. It's very minimal.
Monster Bench, right? No problem, man. Like I said, I just got that when I've run quite a bit yesterday and ran some more air pillows today. It is a nice machine so far. Ping, I don't know anybody using the. Maybe James might have an answer for you about a document camera. I'm just going to use my phone. I know Josh keeps telling me to get a document camera, but the problem with the document cameras is most of them are crap.
And you can just put your phone on a tripod or something.
Or get somebody like Steve to make you a tripod. Something.
If you wanted something, yes.
Oh, yeah, a tripod where you hold it with the phone and then turn it vertical 90 degrees. Oh, yeah, that's... How long should we go before we tell Tom that he muted himself?
I don't know.
We're not ignoring you, Tom. You're on mute.
No, I'm not.
I thought he was adding about the same amount of information.
No, he was talking a minute on mute. Don't hand me that crap. I know you were.
I was talking to you. I forgot I put it on mute.
Yeah, you could use a remote.
Say good morning to all the assholes out there. And I got Oh, I said a bad word. I swore I was going to quit saying bad words because of the kid.
How's that working out for you?
Looking at you? I try not. I don't swear in front of my grandchildren. I can't do it. Their parents have no problem doing it, but I can't do it.
But that's when you say, don't be saying naughty words like your mom and daddy. That's not the right thing to do. I just don't want Oliver to say, God, you're such an asshole. And get his butt tore up.
There's no avoiding that.
Oh, Lord. But anyway.
I'm telling you, one of the funniest things, Jacob came home from whatever it was, and he was one of his little friends. They're like, why did he hit Jacob? I asked Jacob, why did he hit you? He goes, for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be mad, but I was laughing so hard I couldn't hardly breathe. Johnny's laughing, and she's telling me to stop laughing. I'm like, whatever.
It's when you're supposed to hold your tongue and say you're not supposed to say that word, and then you go into another.
Is there a certain software that camera takes? If so, try uninstalling and reinstalling it. Maybe that'll help. A lot of times that'll solve issues, or make sure your computer's up to date. All that kind of stuff.
Reinstall the software. Yeah, that would be my. Or to if on your computer to delete the item and to make it reinstall and bring the drivers back.
Yeah.
What I was saying when I was muted was, what does the guy that has the 40 million postcards, what does he use to take his with?
Document scanner.
What?
Where's mine? Mine's up there.
what?
It's like an Epson. He's got an
Yep,
Epson.
it's a scanner. Postcards go through a scanner. I've got one that's sitting over there.
Okay.
Baseball cards and postcards, you can do it with a.
So James said
It's
his.
basically just a scanner you can put paper through too.
Right. Okay.
But it'll scan both sides.
So yeah, it might be just a hardware issue versus between it and your computer.
You using Windows Ping?
Ping, uninstall the delete the
drivers.
camera and then reinstall it to your computer. Make it. I delete the drivers too. Make it get all that again.
If you can, I don't know how to do it. I'm a Mac guy, so.
Correct. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my phone because it's so. Using AirDrop and stuff is so easy. I've also decided I'm not. So for the media store, I'm not doing background removal anymore either. That's just a waste of time, I think. I've been taking a lot of them here. So if you look at that store, you'll see a lot of wood grain. Like I can put wood grain. That's one of the options in photo room is wood grain backgrounds. But then over there, that table over there has got just a light wood grain. I'm like, well, hell, that looks nice. The hell with it. So I just sit there.
What were you doing? Going to a white background?
It changes it to a white, but I've been leaving it.
I don't change backgrounds anymore.
I
do. The only time I do it is on some of my higher end hats that I sell. I have them in Nano Banana. I have a model and I put the hat on it. That's it.
So like
and that's not the first picture either. That's
I'll take this. Picture. I took the picture of this on my desk yesterday when I listed it. I just hadn't moved it over there, but so I'll white out the background just because I'll take it and I'll just clutter and it'll take all that out. But
right,
I use the batch. I'll take 5 pictures of that, and then let the batch take the background out of all 5 of them at the same time. They'll just be white. But I'm not gonna for something like deodorant. I'm not gonna put a fancy. Some of them I did though. Let's see what. And this won't be Johnny in a shopping cart. Let's see it another one.
That's you selling those on Amazon?
The dry idea, no, on eBay.
Oh, on eBay.
It was on clearance the other day when I was.
How much are you actually selling on Amazon? Are you still got a lot of stuff listed? I know you're shipping yourself, but
They said I was up 700% last week.
Wow. And are you doing anything on Walmart yet?
No. Don't have any desire to learn another platform. Oh, here's one I did. So I picked that was on clearance. It's English lavender. So I put it on a table in front of a field. That's the main picture for a 3-pack.
Now, y'all can go back and rewatch these shows and find the kind of stuff that Scott's selling.
If you can find English lavender, good luck. I've only seen it a couple times in the last few years.
It's not hard to find out what Scott's selling. It's easy, actually.
So I made the same decision, Bridget. It was just part of streamlining, and it was the one that I kept messing up because whenever I would transfer the pictures to the computer, the pictures would get all scrambled for some reason. I don't know what I was doing half the time. Sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. And I thought I'm like, you know what? I know how to eliminate this. I just won't do that step anymore. Even if I did it on the computer, batched on the computer, the pictures are always off, and it was taking me a lot of time. And I'm like, yeah, I'm out. I'll just.
When you use remove the white background on eBay, it always makes it funky looking, like it's
I don't use eBay's
like square. It makes it look like it's got instead of rounded, it makes the picture look like it's got squares.
Let's see, how many did I list yesterday? And I didn't take the background.
You know what I have done recently is got 2 pieces of poster board from Dollar Tree and taped them together, and so they make like a L,
right?
And everything's they're black. I use black. Everything's on that black background. I don't have to remove the background at all. But if I want to, it makes it easier because it's a solid color.
Right.
Okay, so yesterday I did 157 yesterday.
I take all my pictures on the
manually
dining room table out there.
No, list easier.
I actually used List Easier on Monday. I listed 43 ball caps. So,
How long did it take you?
from start to finish, probably about an hour, maybe a little bit longer.
Well, that's
I did
good.
it in 2 batches because I had 3 bags of hats I was sorting at the time. So I did
Right.
a few. Then I maybe less than 2 hours for sure from start to finish. And that's taking pictures and everything.
Right. And
And
making
double check. I always double check my, their descriptions
right.
and titles and
Yes.
price.
So James, I've tried some different strategies. Like yesterday, I picked up some that I had scanned locally to go with the bulk, trying to keep the sell through rate up um, by mixing in stuff that I know has good sell through versus just the rando stuff.
So I was reading. Good morning, Robert.
That'd be
y-
Rob.
okay, well, I just saw Robert. Anyway, I'm with you, Craig. When I go, and I hate to say that, but I agree with you. When I go to if I'm looking for something, I type in eBay.com and then I search for what I'm looking for.
I'd agree with lag 10 times before I ever agree with Craig. So there you go.
I just
It depends on what I'm looking for. It's either Amazon or eBay. I go
Craig's
straight there
Craig's a
usually.
psycho. If you didn't know,
he's a what?
If I
Craig's a psycho.
Oh, I know he is. He's if he don't take his meds, he's hell to live with.
if I can't find what I want on Amazon or eBay, then I go to Google Shopping. Google Shopping.
So, that'd be interesting. So there's 74 of y'all in here. How many of y'all actually use Google? I'm the same way. Is it because we're resellers? Okay,
I
so
think it's because
I've
we're
used eBay and
resellers.
Amazon. If I need it fast, like the air pillow machine, I could have saved a couple dollars probably on eBay, but it'd be a week getting here, or I can order it on Amazon Prime and I have it in 24 hours. Biggest thing for me is I know you can save a little money generally on eBay. It's going to take a little longer to get here. So if time is not of the essence, I'll order it on eBay. But I search directly on those platforms. I don't go to Google. I only use Google as research. I don't ever order from Google
Right.
or any of that stuff. It is strictly.
I have a product that I want to sell on Whatnot, and Google Shopping is the best place to find the cheapest version of that. So,
Um,
but normally I just go straight to the platforms. Even Temu, I go straight to there if I want something.
Roberta, Amazon's big thing is it's quick to get here. I, yesterday, my daughter-in-law was talking about she was wanting some kind of juice, or day before yesterday, she was wanting some kind of juice that's high in vitamins and minerals and all this kind of stuff. And Roberta's over there with the phone. It'll be to the house tomorrow. I mean, that's it. She, or I can say, when you place another order, how about get such and such, and she's
So
it'll be here
My
tomorrow.
my wife's go to is Walmart for some reason when she's searching for something.
James, I knew you'd be the oddball. By the way, James.
Most people, I would gather, most normal people who are not resellers, probably go straight to Amazon. That's my guess.
Yeah. Well, we order a lot of like groceries and stuff like that, and I would really like for us to get to the point where we're doing nothing but ordering our groceries, because I can, like I said before, I can go in there to get a box of Kleenex and end up with a buggy full of $100 worth of stuff because I'm like, oh, I remember we need
Well,
this,
that
and
kind
we
of
need
happened to
that.
us yesterday. We went to Walmart for the first time in months because we order all our groceries, and I decided we were going to stroll down the clearance aisle and ended up buying all these tubs, but they were cheap. They were only $3 for all the tubs, $3 for 4 tubs, which is a really good deal on clearance, and then a lawnmower blade, which was $10. But we wouldn't have bought those things had we not, gone into the store.
Yeah.
So
We
the
would have
only
bought the
time I go,
lawnmower blade, but we would have paid more for it.
the only time I go to Google is if
Hey,
the
Mr. David.
searches are not returning exactly what I'm looking for, because
Yeah, I do that.
the one thing that sends me to Google is eBay and Amazon whoring out their search, and it makes it so hard to find the exact item you want. Whereas Google, that's the one thing I do like about Google, and I probably should use it more. Is if I'm looking for a certain, like, let's just say printer, if you type the printer, just the model number in on eBay or Amazon, you're going to get 1 million listings for toner, ink, whatever before you ever see a printer. I mean, you got to physically put the model number, and then printer, because it's not good enough to put the model number. But if you put the model number on just on Google, um, most of the time, let's test my theory just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure. HL dash 2300D.
I can tell you one thing. I
Yeah,
use
printer.
Google
I
Shopping
put in
for.
just the model HL 2300D. That's the model of one of the brothers over there. The first thing comes up is all brother printers. All brother printers. Just nothing about toner. Nothing.
Right. James, you are so correct, son. I hate eBay search.
And maybe I should change my. So I do search. Half the time I search different on. I use Spotlight search on the iPhone a ton, and Google search the more I'm on my phone, because that's one of the widgets. The Google is right at the top on, and so I did generally. It's weird that I search different with a computer versus the phone, because the phone I don't have time to find my glasses to look through all their damn listings whenever Google will. Very interesting.
I use Google when I need like a refrigerator part
Tom, do you want me to
because
blast Craig?
because I search by model number, and Google will give me lists that are compatible. So
Yes.
then I'll go and find a compatible one. Then I'll find the cheapest one from there.
Hey, Marcia.
Yeah, my wife does Walmart first for everyday items. Always, she's always going to Walmart first.
Is that really
I do
accurate,
not.
Marcia?
Uh, good.
I thought Chat GPT was like not current.
No, it
No,
is.
They
ChatGPT
got
is
that.
now. Yeah,
Pardon
Yeah,
me.
they fixed that a
Uh,
few
uh,
months.
okay.
Yeah.
ChatGPT is wonderful if you
Everybody
use
say
it
good
right.
morning to Miss Almost a Tyree. Hey, Miss Almost a Tyree. Hey,
I hear
Marcy,
it's
I
their
was
two-year
on your side.
anniversary.
I was on your side. I told Harlan when I talked to him Monday night. I'm like, maybe it'll make your mom feel better if she knows if you're getting married. Maybe that'll help her out.
Well, she don't like them. Hey,
Yeah. So, yeah, Harlan's mom is. So there's lots of people from our world that could use your prayers. Miss Sue, Harlan's Miss Rachel Tyree, and then John especially. John's in a no-win situation. His brother has gotten some bad news about cancer, and John's out on a boat, and evidently the news has gotten worse. So, uh, if you're a praying person, those three people specifically, uh, yeah, yeah. Last night was a lot of fun, Marcy. I enjoy. I forget how much fun Tuesday nights are. If y'all don't meet up with local people and just hang out and carry on, it's and spend time with people that understand you. Well, okay, nobody understands me, but close
My
enough.
meetup is the Goodwill bins.
Close enough. Yeah,
That's the only place I see other
I
resellers.
never think Walmart though. I don't ever think Walmart. I think Amazon for the fastest, because
I think people
I don't
think
want to go to Walmart.
my wife and Marcia are the ones who are ordering the groceries, so they're going to think Walmart for
yeah.
anything. Even yesterday we were in Walmart. My wife wanted a certain tub because she's been a clothing seller recently, and she's selling quite a few. So she needs new tubs to put her clothes in. She's like, I wonder if I could order these right online. I don't have to come into the store and get them. get them delivered with my groceries. So some people think that way. She's one of them.
We were going to the kid's house yesterday, and we're driving along, and Roberta says, "Oh, there's the bins," and I'm like, "What?" She said,
If you,
"That bins. That's where Angela goes and digs through stuff. She's been looking for stuff for the baby and whatnot, and just whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, well, that's the first I've heard about it."
so the one thing about the Walmart is, if you think Amazon sellers are terrible, go look at the third party sellers on Walmart and their pricing. For God's sakes, I have not bought not the first thing from a third party seller on Walmart because of their tendency to think that they are selling gold.
I don't know. We've had good luck with third parties on Walmart. So
You know, we Walmart we shop. I mean, online too, because they deliver. Same day deliver. And if it's not stuff that it's not same day, then she usually goes to Amazon.
Hey Brian, what's the name of your podcast? Jack's Treasures is going to interview me on the podcast because I know y'all want to hear me say something else in a couple of weeks.
That'd be the one show I don't listen to.
Damn.
Jack's Treasure's good people.
Yeah.
Me either, Timothy.
Y'all just think I might be on the crazy side. I don't hold no candles to Brian. The name of the podcast is what? Not another reselling podcast.
Wait, his name is Brian, but it's Jack's Treasures? How does that work out?
Scott, there is no doubt everybody thinks you're crazy. there is no doubt about that at all. I'm not the only one. I just happen to be on camera when I'm going, oh my God, here he goes again.
Jack is the
Everybody
cat.
else is doing the same thing. You just can't see them.
Yeah,
okay.
Jack's the cat.
I get it.
All righty, I got to go.
All right, good riddance.
Thanks for having me on.
Nice to see you, Tom.
Steve, when are you coming back to North Carolina?
You ask me this question every
I'm going to write it down in my calendar right now, so I can buy you Cracker Barrel or something. Christmas, okay.
Right, great. We usually come 2 days before Christmas, and then stay for a week.
Okay. All right. I'll pencil you in. I'd like to get together while you're
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you won't.
You watch. I'll even splurge. I'll take you to the Sizzler instead of the Cracker Barrel.
I've never been to a Sizzler, so
that's the first name it popped up in my head. So anyway, y'all have a great day.
Morganton just got a Cracker Barrel, I believe.
Yeah, no, they've had one.
Very interesting. So that's another reason why you should at least remove backgrounds a little bit to make sure you're in Google's good graces, because I was about to say we can help throw him out.
People search for product on YouTube? That's crazy.
I wonder if they do that just because they're looking for
a review
of some sort or a demonstration.
I will do that. I enjoy looking on YouTube to learn how to use the product I've already bought. But
I need to know how to fix it. Most of the time, if I'm searching,
or like in the case of my 3D printer, I wanted to see how that particular printer worked before I bought it. So yeah, I can see YouTube for product research.
And there's something
my go-to has always been eBay, but that's because I've always been an eBay seller. So
I tell you the same thing I tell every time I meet. We're odd. We think different. That's why I was asking the chat to chime in and thank for everybody who said something. Thank you so much. We think different, and it's important that Corey had a good point. Go look at some of the research and to see where people are and what they're doing. It's why Amazon is so freaking powerful. And
right there, that tells you what the power of Amazon right there is. 56%. That's well over half the people. Half the searches.
Martha, I do not sell jewelry. I barely know. I know what an ultrasonic cleaner is, but I don't know any. So if there's anybody who can help Martha out, anybody have any suggestions, any use of ultrasonic cleaners?
Timothy, I remember the days when you used to. I used to do Yahoo auctions. Yahoo auctions were good for buying. eBay was good for selling back in those days. I was on eBay when it was auction web for a short time. But eBay was always better for selling. Yahoo was always better for buying on auctions. I remember those days.
Marcia, you're 100% correct. It is with the sponsored listings and the pay-per-click. You're 100% correct. I mentioned that a minute ago. eBay and Amazon, they think they're doing some kind of service, but they are just, it's all about money and dollars to them. It's not about what's good for your customer, because if it was good for your customer, they'd be designing searches that were accurate to the item, the search person, because they could change that in a hurry.
Yeah,
but
I don't understand how if somebody's looking for toner and you're showing them printers, how that's good for the consumer at all.
it's not.
Or
It's good for
because
their bottom line.
you're looking for toner, you're not buying a new printer.
So like
You're looking to
Google,
replace toner.
Google does it the opposite. So when I typed in the model number, there are sponsored products. That means people have paid to put their listings there, but it's all printers.
It doesn't make sense to do that.
If I add one word, if I add the 2300, if I add the word toner behind it, now all of a sudden everything is toner. There's no printers, and it's all the sponsored listings are all popular products. Everything are all where they should be. It's Google's approach is much more. I should probably use it more, but the problem with Google is you see a lot more options of where to buy it, and I'm generally only going to buy it on eBay or Amazon.
I've been thinking about getting an ultrasonic cleaner too, Martha. I don't think brands mean much, just small ones for jewelry. I would want it for electronics, but I have so many things in this office, I can't put anything anywhere anymore.
So like
That's why
says,
these tubs are piled here right now.
chat's approach works even better. All right, so I'm going to have to mess with that.
I have actually used the agent on ChatGPT to do some price research for me, and it works really good. I don't know if ChatGPT can do it without the agent, but when that weather vane I just sold, I used ChatGPT to do a lot of the research for me because it's a handmade weather vane, probably from the 1920s or 30s, and it's hard to find information on that particular thing. So ChatGPT did really good at telling me what it was made out of, the style, and all that stuff, which I put in my listings, and gave me price suggestions, which I ignored. But I like it.
All right. There's a link to the jewelry. Martha, there's the one that Vintage Memories is talking about.
Yeah, that's as good as any. I need a bigger one. I'd probably go to Harbor Freight and buy one. They got a nice big size one. You can fit a carburetor in.
I think the most devastating thing to eBay, though, has been the lack of placement on Google search. Even though you can look at your traffic and think, it doesn't show anything coming from Google, or such low percentages. I'm telling you, if search engines are that high on the list of where people look to find things, they don't necessarily. It just gives them an idea of where to look, and if eBay's not even there, it makes it more difficult for eBay items to get seen. It could be wrong, but not this time. Bigfoot is correct this time. The lag removal key. So, like he's saying, I specifically order an item on eBay, only have it drop ship from Amazon. They got a negative feedback. So, did you get the item you wanted at the price you wanted in the timely manner that you wanted? So then,
Yeah,
what's the purpose of a negative feedback? I don't get it. I don't. There's too many things that
here's the thing with
I
here's
mess
the
up on.
thing. It may not have been drop shipped from Amazon. You can use multi-channel fulfillment on Amazon to fill your. So you may have given somebody who was doing the right thing a negative. So just think, multi-channel fulfillment means you can store your stuff at Amazon, and they'll ship it out, even if you sold it on eBay.
They don't care
And
where
it
you
is a
sell.
legit. It is a legit thing. It's your product, and people do use it because why not have Amazon store it for you? So next time, think about that before you leave a negative. That's all
But
I'm saying.
you still supported the platform. The sale went through to eBay. eBay got
It's
the
probably the
eBay
same exact
seller.
seller.
The eBay seller got everything. I mean, I don't get it. There's too many things that I make mistakes on that I need forgiveness for. So it's rare that I leave. You've got to damn near show up and just punch me in the face and make me leave you a negative.
Lake Exchange. Look up multi-channel fulfillment on Amazon, and you'll understand.
It's just expensive. I don't use it because it's not the cheap. I mean,
It's not
it
the
used to
cheapest
be
way to go.
it used to be a great option because, um, but now the fulfillment for them has gotten so much more expensive and storage has gotten more expensive. It's not as nice an option. But in the mid teens when it first became available, 2016, 2017, I would definitely. There were other programs that would list from Amazon to eBay. I would do multi-channel fulfillment. It was very easy to drop your own merchandise over there.
Or it could have been drop shipped and they could have deserved a negative. I don't know. But
It could have been
I'm
a simple
saying
mistake.
it's
So
not necessarily the truth.
I drop shipped something from Amazon the other day because I broke it in shipping. I
I've done
broke it. I'm
that.
like, well,
Yeah.
damn. I don't want to. I don't want to. I mean, is it worse for the customer for me to cancel on them and they've lost this time, or for me to look on Amazon and then lose a couple of dollars, but have them the same product? Or I've done it from eBay too. Have the same product sent to them that they need. So I don't know.
See right there, Jake says he uses multi-channel fulfillment because the manufacturer ships straight to Amazon for him. So if he wants to sell it on eBay, that's his only option. Well, you could get them shipped to himself, but it's probably more expensive to do it that way.
Did you find those on the 101 or where'd you find those? We skipped, so you wouldn't have seen us out there. So
200 games, wow.
Joe and I skipped the 101 and did the 25. Last weekend there were 3 long yard sales that were near Alabama. The 411 started in Leeds, which is near Birmingham, and goes up towards Knoxville. The
I
101
would have bought them for $1 each.
is like 60 in the middle, and then the 25 is along the Alabama Mississippi line on the Mississippi side.
We got a guy locally who advertises on Facebook, and he's been advertising for the last couple of years. But he's got this huge game collection, and he's trying to sell the whole thing. But his ad on Facebook, first of all, you can't buy any single game for less than $5. So it doesn't matter what the game is, $5. Don't ask for a lower price. He says that right in his ads. His ads get even more aggressive after that. And I'm like, you know why you've been listing these games for 2 years? Because your ad is turning people away. Nobody's bought them.
Yeah, so like I don't think I understand that, but if I've done like 2 this entire year. I don't think it's a random
I
here.
did one day. Somebody it was a YouTube auction. I did bought a Nintendo DS. I think it was from me, and I forgot to put the cord in. I didn't have the cord. I thought I did. The charging cord. So I drop shipped one from eBay.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we got to do things like that.
So I think it's better because the cancel on eBay is so punitive. On Amazon, if I don't have something, I'll just cancel it. If I can't find it, I'll just cancel it because But on eBay, that's a yearly metric versus Amazon. That's a weekly metric. That's what we should have had. Not lag, but we should have had John, even though he has failed y'all not to show up Monday morning. Is ask eBay, why is the cancel metric so punitive? It's 12 times worse on, or I'm sorry, 52 times worse on their platform than any other platform. Remember, eBay is a yearly number. Amazon is a weekly number. Yeah, and like it's just, I mean, it was an eBay customer too. I don't think eBay cares as much. It's not with Amazon. I just cancel the order because I wouldn't mess around with Amazon, and I know how they are. But
You
on
wouldn't want to
eBay,
drop ship a eBay item to an Amazon customer for sure. I wouldn't
no,
do it.
no.
Amazon to Amazon, I might think about it if I was in a pinch, but not eBay to Amazon.
Can you imagine that they get the item that's not as described and it's in like a cereal box from an eBay, from a crazy eBay seller?
There are people who do it though. Doesn't make it right, but now Reagan, he does it, but he gets the product and repackages it, inspects it, repackages it, and then ships.
We almost saw you on national news. Didn't I expose you who you were? So
I was worried about being on national news when we were selling hand sanitizer. That got a little scary. That one guy went on TV and bragged about his storage unit full of hand sanitizer. He made national news.
I think we decided this was. Didn't we decide that this was actively seeking employment? Lag, you're actively seeking employment?
It was a crazy time. I just take my strikes nowadays on eBay. I sell enough that if I can't find something or it breaks, the strike, I mean, I'm already top rated. The strike isn't going to change that usually. I have one this morning. Yet I sent out the wrong book to a person. The covers are almost identical, so I just picked up the wrong one. So this morning I got to go in and ship them the right book. But it's not a big deal. But if I didn't have the book, if I sent it to the wrong,
I've been telling everybody that's you, Lag. Is that you?
I would. It looks like a lag to me.
No, it looks like somebody would be called Lag. Why you be hanging out with all those old people though? I don't know. He's young enough to still be.
He might be in the witness protection program.
He's young enough to be in his kid's basement. I mean, his mom's basement though.
It's probably an old photo.
But the 25 was nice. So the 25 for the first, it was weird. First 3 hours, Joe and I met Joe over there, my buddy Joe, and there was not a lot of people out there. We were buying whatever we wanted, but as the day built, stuff disappeared as people showed up.
I got serial killer vibes off that picture.
Did you really?
Saying. Yeah, I mean, look at it again. I mean, I'm just saying. You know, the kid next door, but turns out to be Jeffrey Dahmer, that kind of thing.
I'm gonna make that my profile picture. Lag. But yeah, it was. But the 25, that was country, folks. That was really country in Mississippi. We went down some roads, and I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. So says so many yard sellers at the 101 ran out of stuff to sell. Interesting.
You know, I think for a seller, those kind of yard sales are awesome. For a buyer, they're interesting.
So I treat them like they're regular yard sales, and so hear me out on this, and I think it's true. You get a bunch of them early, but it's almost like you treat a neighborhood yard sale. You know that if you get there early enough, you're going to find some things. But as the day goes, it's a Friday, Saturday yard sale. So I never go to Saturdays on a Friday, Saturday sale because I generally most of the great stuff has been. There are some so things get missed. I get it, but that Saturday, by the time you get there Saturday, it's not great. So I treat these long yard sales the same way. If you can spend the first 4 or 5 hours wherever you are, the rest of it's not going to be great. there'll be items to find, but they're not going to, all the outstanding stuff's going to be gone.
And now I say that we just went on one that it's a 70-mile long yard sale. It's between my town and Hubbard, yeah, Ohio. And in the middle of the sale, we were 2 hours in or 3 hours in, and in a free box, I found Talking Bingo. If you don't know what that is, it's a good thing to find.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in a free box. So, yeah, still things out there because not everybody knows everything. So you can still find it. It's not as easy.
So
I find a lot of whatnot stuff on those sales, though.
Yeah, so after 12 o'clock, we started getting hot. After 12 o'clock, the items we started picking up went from 3 or 4, maybe 5 things at a sale to nothing.
I did better for my vintage shows on whatnot on those kind of sales because people aren't looking for, I don't know, we sold some brass bells the other day. Not necessarily looking for a brass bell for a dollar or two at a yard sale, but on whatnot, I know I can sell them for $3 or $5, $10. So that kind of stuff I like the big yard sales for.
So you're 100% correct. So these longer ones, most people go to the where the areas. We skipped on the 25 a lot of where the vendors were, because I want to go to real yard sales. I'm out in the country. If there's a sign pointing off the road, that's the yard sale I'm going to, because that's a yard seller. That's not a, and so we spent our time going down to 25, off of the 25 most of the time, because you come up to every little road and there'd be a, yard sale this way, yard sale this way. And that's where we had our best luck was.
Yeah, because most people are going to stay on that main. I do. I stay on the main drag because I don't know the area. I don't want to get lost. I know I have GPS.
Dude, I got a phone. I don't care.
They never put how far down the road. It could be 2 miles down the road before you get to that next yard sale. So Marcia does not like chasing signs, and sometimes I don't either.
That's where
most people are probably that way.
Our most success on these sales, even the 127 is off of the 127. It's long yard sale adjacent. that's
probably so. You go to the next town over, and they're having a few sales. That's probably where you're going to make the most, because they're not part of the 127, right. But they're also having yard sales that day. That would probably be your best bet.
Ohio is a good example. So the last time I was up in Cincinnati, starting there and going north, you get to each little community. They're about 4 or 5 miles apart. There'll be like a little farm community. There'll be like a convenience store and maybe 100 houses. But there's 4 or 5 roads off of they're all through the main drag. There'll be vendors set up the whole way through. But if you get off of and that's where because everybody is so focused on where all the stuff is. The more unique yard sale stuff was off of it, and that's a great example of doing it. The Ohio end of 127 is like that. It's like that for 50, 60, 70 miles. So we
got to one town, and the whole little town was having sales off of all the side streets. That one we did because it was very convenient.
So I'm trying to plan to start doing that one. I wanted to get up there this year, but I didn't. And talking to Jennifer, she's like, we need to get up there and just plan on doing it and be done with it. I'm like, I'm gonna put Joni in charge of this. planning hotels and planning this. Because I got a friend who he sells at the auction. You know where he gets the most stuff from on the 127? He does Ohio every single year. Then he does Michigan the next week. Do you know where he gets the most stuff?
Guess in Ohio.
At each evening, he finds an auction, in-person auction, and he absolutely slays the in-person auctions. He buys way more stuff at the in-person auctions up when he's up there than he does on the actual.
Well, that's a great day on whatnot, Tamara. That's a great day. 195 items. Wow.
Oh wow, Tamara, very good.
You do miniatures, right? That's pretty significant amount of sales for that. I found some Wade's miniatures at the. So I bought a mystery box at Salvation Army because I'm a sucker for mystery boxes. And in the bottom of the box was a whole crap ton of Wade's miniatures, and they're not super expensive. There's a dog and a cat that do well, but I'll put them in my next whatnot. But
Yeah, miniatures are a real thing on Whatnot if if you're not paying
I see
attention.
that. I mean, if she could sell 195 items, I've briefly watched a few shows. Hers I've been in once or twice, but it's not my gig
I just
normally. But
I try to watch Whatnot. I just don't have time. Like after the show, I'm gonna go make some, some eggs and bacon for breakfast, and
I have whatnot on right now, but it's just to
and
promote giveaways.
and it'll be it's I have to work. I can't concentrate on what's coming up. You know, if a show is just something in the show I want, I'll place a pre bid, and if it happens, it happens. But
I've had good success with people pre-bidding on my items. If I put the show up, put the items in the show maybe 2 weeks, especially on the vintage show, not the hats. I don't do it with the hats anymore. Although I probably would have better success that way too. But if I put the show up 2 weeks ahead of time and I have it loaded with items, I get a lot of nice pre-bids. 195 items. That's great. Our issue around here is sales are drying up. This week we only went to one or two. It's getting harder to find yard sales, but there will still be estate sales and rummage sales, just not that many. So we'll have to find different sourcing opportunities. Live in-person auctions would be good. I would like to see a few of those.
so do you lot those up on eBay? Is that how you're going to sell those?
Thousands of them for $10. It's a good deal. Marcia sold those for a good portion of time. I forget what she was selling them for. She would never pay more than 10 cents a piece for them. Maybe a quarter if it was a good Halloween pattern or something.
Is that a category on List Easier?
It might be, but I found with List Easier, if your category isn't there, pick the closest adjacent category, and you might still be able to do it.
So machine knitting patterns. There are some crafts.
I put whatnot in the background too. It's on right now. It's on silent.
Only thing that
But
shows up.
I'll watch some of the bigger guys and just enter their contests because why not? It's on in the background. I'm not watching it, so it's not annoying me and it's not taking away from what I'm doing. And every 5 minutes, I hit the join the giveaway button.
So
But I only do that on the big people.
So it's under needle crafts. No, there is craft sewing patterns. So if you had List Easier, you can list all those. It's under craft sewing patterns.
And unless it's something like a Halloween costume or something really different, they're all going to be about the same price. So it would be easy to do. I might actually think about that. Marcia got a bunch of those one year at one of those long yard sales. We bought this lady's house full. We filled the entire car at the very first yard sale we went to. It was crazy. But it was sewing patterns and cross stitch stuff and all that stuff.
So Tamara said something really important there that you don't need to overlook. How many people who are of you sellers, 82 here, take the time to research what is selling now?
I'll watch some of Jenny's shows because I'm in the same category on whatnot.
Watching a whatnot show. If you're selling whatever it is you're selling. Hey Kevin, what's up, man?
Hey Kevin,
whatever it is you're selling.
Sunday.
Say you're selling. Say you're selling dress patterns. Look at what other people are selling. Looking at their solds. Amazon gives you the top 100 sellers in every category. Uh, how many people take the time, or do you just, I know it all, I don't need any more help? Um, Staying current is important, and there's so many people that don't understand. When you tell them, this is the worst thing you can tell a seller when they start complaining about their sales, and you tell them, well, maybe it's your items, and they look at you and they act like you have insulted them and everything they've ever done with their entire life, when the reality is they don't pay attention to what is currently popular, and maybe what they're selling is faded into unpopularity, or something is taking its place, even if it's temporarily. um,
Speaking of whatnot, did you guys see that one of the biggest streamers got busted for selling counterfeits? Shoes, Cool Kicks, got busted.
oh, no
He
kidding.
was he was live on stream when it happened too.
That was like
Yeah.
150, 160,000 followers. Cool. Is that Cool Kicks?
He'd have 1,600 people in his show at a time sometimes. Yeah.
So were they saying all of it was fake or just some of it?
I don't know. I'm sure the investigation's ongoing, but they had like 6 or 7 well, they say stolen or counterfeit, whatever. It's all the same in the eyes of the law, I'm sure. But yeah, he was right on stream when it happened, and he shut the stream off because somebody said the police are here.
Oh, it says the account is temporarily inactive.
Oh yeah, he's gone. Grams of Pop says 500,000 in stolen Nike.
Oh, they were stolen, not counterfeit. Okay.
I had heard counterfeit, but I would trust Grams and Puffs before I trust me. So, because they're more up on that stuff. I just happened to see it. I'm guessing there was some counterfeit in there too, because if you're going to scam one way, you're going to scam the other. It doesn't matter to you. You're just trying to make the quickest buck possible. But that's crazy.
That's right. That's right,
I
Phil.
mean,
You send them back enough to make sure they've got enough content to test.
they did release him on his own recognizance at the end of the evening, though. So I don't know what that means, but
There's that's why I've told y'all over and over that I don't believe in I don't like the gray areas of anything. Tell me what the rules are. I'll play by the rules. Um,
you want to
Black.
talk about counterfeits? We discovered this morning that my AirPods are counterfeit. Now I got them free. They were a whatnot giveaway, but I don't think that matters. I really don't.
So the AirPods are very hard to deal with. Oh, Beard, you're so
They came
crazy.
up
I
on my
can tell
phone.
the AirPod. I'm telling you right now, these fake AirPods are so good that they will even come up with Apple serial numbers and Apple warranty coverage. This is no joke. They are that good right now.
These ones, here's the box. It looks legit.
Oh yeah,
I mean, everything about this
I've had a
box
pair.
looks
They
legit.
look legit.
So be careful when you're buying that kind of thing on whatnot. And they'll eventually get busted too, I'm sure. But now these were, I'm not going to give the name of the seller because I don't know if they know or not. But they have to know because they're giving them away. And they're giving a lot of them away. So I'm sure they know. But now I want an Apple Watch on there, but it was a more respected seller and it is legit. So it's an SE, but it's a nice watch.
What are we doing? We're winding this show down so I can eat some breakfast. Right.
I'm not going to do anything about these fake AirPods as far as going to whatnot because they were a giveaway. I got them for free. But if I had paid for them, you better believe I would.
Yes, maybe we'll talk about that Friday. I'll do some research and reading into Cool Kicks.
That was crazy though, because I mean, he's on constantly anyway, but they were in the middle of a show, and there was, I don't know, 6 or 8 cop cars outside. All the employees got put in cuffs. Everybody, and then I guess they took all the stuff out. There was video of the whole thing because somebody outside had a camera going. It was streamed on whatnot on somebody else's channel. It's funny.
there are certain brands you stay away from, and I'm
Well,
telling you, there was people paying a couple of years ago. They were paying up to $2,000 to get ungated on Amazon, and Nike and Adidas, and I'm like, I can sell both of them. Y'all be careful what you wish
I
for.
could have got it for free because I knew a guy, you know him too,
Yep.
and he offered it to me, and I said I don't want it because I know that I don't know enough about Nike, and I couldn't tell you a fake from a real, and I don't want to get caught selling that shit. So
And that's the danger with counterfeit goods as well. Is even if I'm just reselling them at the flea market or eBay or whatever. Counterfeit goods doesn't say as long as you're not the first seller. It doesn't say as long as you're not the originator. They are illegal to sell no matter what, no matter where you're at. If you're selling them on Facebook, if you're at a yard sale, selling them a counterfeit good is illegal no matter where you sell it, and no matter who is the seller. So,
and even if you give them away for free, I'm guessing it's still illegal.
I would bet.
I would bet because you're trafficking in
And
counterfeit goods,
product.
no matter what you're doing.
Yep.
If I mean, I don't know. If I had any advice for the seller that I got these from, I would say stop giving them away now. Turn them over to the feds. I don't care what you got into.
But there's electronic sellers, Steve, that are selling those almost every day. And you know what they'll tell? They'll say, we're not allowed to say what they are. And they put their finger over the Apple logo or whatever.
I've seen them.
I'm like,
it's a matter of time before they get in trouble for it.
I'm like, Whatnot records everything. You know, the risk to that platform is it's the Wild West of being live. And I understand why eBay is being so cautious, because it is so hard to control what is sold in the flash of a minute.
I agree with Kevin. How could a seller have that many Nike shoes? A guy like him might have a contract with Nike, but you're not going to get that many that you can sell hundreds and hundreds of shoes a day. You're just not going to. They don't distribute them like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're either stolen or counterfeit, generally. I got in trouble for counterfeit, and I didn't even, it just happened. So if I can get in trouble for counterfeit, these guys are eventually going to get in trouble. Especially Apple and Nike. Nike is very aggressive. Very aggressive. I mean, look at our friend Chris Lynn.
So Corey says a lot of his were unreleased too. So I heard did he get suspended for Whatnot too?
Who's that?
Somebody was saying Chris Lynn made a video about getting suspended from somewhere.
From Whatnot? eBay is the only one I know. I haven't seen him on Whatnot lately, though.
I thought Josh had Whatnot.
It could be. I did buy some stuff from him just to see the quality, and it was real legit stuff. But yeah, what did he get suspended for this time? And yet people still follow this dude and take advice from him. God almighty.
2 days on Whatnot.
Due to a game.
Yeah, so it was. See, there are some of these. I've seen people where they have like a board, and you buy numbers.
2 or 3 days, I wouldn't worry about.
And you pop the number. There is something that. So Flip It Good said Chris got a 2 to 3 day suspension. Watch this video. I'll watch it after the show, so I'll start playing while I'm shipping. You got to be careful. These games. Every state is not the same, and so if you're in a Cool Finds, I'm sorry that you're in Tennessee. Just kidding. I love the state of Tennessee. I just don't like your football team.
I don't understand the Nicole State stuff. But whatever.
Because you got states like Alabama. Everything is so strict. We are one of 5 states that don't have the lottery. So any kind of gambling here, if you want to go bet on sports like and play DraftKings and all those things, you have to physically leave the state to a state like Tennessee, which is 12 miles from here, to do any of that stuff because they geo track your phone, and so once you leave the state line, the GPS location puts you in another state. You're allowed to do it, but there's a geo fence all around the state of Alabama where those apps are. You can get on the app, but you ain't allowed to do anything with it. Cool finds. If you didn't know, I might have gone to school somewhere else. We got y'all in a couple of weeks.
What's a DF channel?
I think there's a daily refinement is what they're trying to say. If he's already made a video and it was just 2 to 3 days, I'm sure it's over with.
Yeah, but they're saying it was his third offense on Whatnot.
He's got like 5. How many channels does he have? 3, 4, 5? He's got
the only
7.
one I know. I just have seen his daily refinement channel.
No, but he's got several
on Whatnot. I mean,
so he's got daily refinement 2, daily refinement lifestyle, and daily refinement Rose. The Rose only has 80 followers, so I guess the other ones are probably all him. They all have similar logos. So he's got 3. He's got 3 Whatnot.
I have issues. That's all I'll say. I did notice a lack of sneaker sellers after Cool Kicks got booted, though. That category kind of died for. I see they're starting to come back now, but I guarantee there's a lot more on there.
Yeah, but he can't beat you with email addresses, Craig. What have you got? Maybe 20 or 30 email addresses? You're the king.
I've got 6 or 7 myself.
There's always more. Anybody who's telling a story is always going to tell it, and they're not going to tell it in a negative light to themselves. So it's always going to be a favorable. There's always the seller side, the platform side, and then what actually is the truth.
I would seriously look at the people who disappeared after Cool Kick, disappeared for a few days after Cool Kicks got busted, and then it'll tell you you get a great idea who's trying to hide some stuff, you know. There's a lot of great sellers on Whatnot. I think the vast majority are good sellers.
There are a ton of great sellers.
I disagree with. I mean, Rockstar thinks everybody on Whatnot is a scam artist, but that's not the truth. I mean,
well, there's a lot of people that would tell you that he's a scam artist. So,
in certain categories, I'm not saying Rockstar is a bad guy.
I'm not either. I actually like Rockstar, but
I disagree with that, and because I'm a seller on there, I'm not a thief. You sold on there. Jenny sells on there.
There are a lot of great sellers on there, and the platform. But anytime something is new, it's always ripe for until they really define what their rules are and get enforcement and stuff in place where it's much. It just happens that way. We're going to call everybody on Walmart thieves too. All the third party sellers on Walmart are a bunch of crooks. Because Walmart has gone through the same thing. Walmart fulfillment has had to adopt some of the things Amazon's done in order to protect themselves and the customer.
I would guess that in certain categories, it's a high likelihood that you're dealing with people who aren't 100% legit. Sneaker category, when they have that many sneakers, they're probably not legit. Pokemon, a lot of those guys.
Electronics. Tamara sells on Whatnot. I vouch for Tamara.
The vintage decor category is full of awesome people.
How bad can Tamara be?
If you are a trustworthy person.
How bad can Tamara be? Have you seen the beard on her husband? She can't be that bad.
Whatnot does make a great environment. It's turn and burn. You get the product, you get the money. The same. I can cash out on Whatnot now on a Sunday and have it Sunday evening in my bank account. It's crazy.
So
So
like I asked
yeah,
that is Rockstar suing Walmart?
is Rockstar what?
Suing Whatnot. That's what Lag asked. I don't know.
What basis would he have? He doesn't buy or sell on there. Yeah, I know. I know he does, and I'm hope he does. I hope he makes way more money. I try to sell hats anywhere but Whatnot, and I suck at it. I can't make any money.
It is a category that a few years ago was good, but you just look at the sheer number of sellers and hats that are available versus what there was.
There are great hats out there, and Kevin will tell you I sell them, but
yeah, Tamara,
me getting rid of them, it's months before I can sell most of them.
Hey, tell Tony I vouch for you only because of him.
Still
all right,
listing them though.
All right, we're going to shut this one down. Hope everybody has a good. We're in the middle of the week. Hey, tune in to see Primo. Oh, wait a minute, he quit. He'll see y'all next week. Yeah, we'll be back Friday night. No matter, even if I got to be late, I'll be back.
Hey, Lag, I personally know Santa, and I'm not going to lie to him. Just so I'm not going to tell him you've been good.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully, we've entertained you, give you something to think about, even if it's just an air pillow machine. Happy sales. We'll see you. Thanks. Steve's got hair up there. What the hell?